because we have a program with a lot of different people presenting things and so on, we try to stick to the time slot that you see in the program you have in the folder. And Thijs, he will be the time manager for this morning session. Yes. There's cameras and so on, so you have the chance to be famous for a moment. This is some resources we have at Roskilde University. It's called TV Glad. So they will tape some of the sessions today, and that will go, of course, to the Work Package 7 activities. So Fred promised me some extra Christmas gifts this year, so I look forward to that, because we're actually doing his work. But anyways, Clara and Fred will communicate with them, and we will have something we can put on the web or use for dissemination. But before we start, I would like to have a special welcome. This is our Vice Chancellor here at Roskilde University, Peter Kjær, and he would like to open the meeting. So please, Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm actually, I think, formally the Pro-Vice Chancellor, but this is a difficult terminology. I sometimes like to say I'm the second in command, but of course, with a university like this, you really don't know who's in charge. On behalf of the rectorship at Roskilde University, I want to warmly welcome all of you to this today beautiful university. I myself have been Pro-Vice Chancellor for 2 years at the university, but I'm also a graduate of Roskilde University. And when I joined or enrolled in the university, this was in 1984, my mother was not very happy. She said something like, "What is a nice boy like you doing at a place like this?" And that's because, at least at the time, and I think to some degree still, joining Roskilde University is sort of a statement, because it came into being in the early 1970s as a challenge to the Danish university system. It was based on a high degree of group-based project work. That was the learning model. So our students today do half of their work in project groups on projects that they themselves choose within the courses and disciplines that they're part of. So there's a lot of independent study here. It's problem driven, so the students will do these projects based on various types of problems that they identify and seek answers to or solutions for. And that also leads to a strong interdisciplinary focus, sort of what is now more commonsensical, but at the time was once said that, you know, when you address a problem, you can't just start from the assumption that your discipline would have the privileged vantage point from which to address that problem. So interdisciplinarity has been a strong part of this university's DNA since the 1970s. Out of that came, I think, a number of quite successful study programs that I think offered a new generation of generalists. So we had a new generation of public administrators coming out of this university, which had a more interdisciplinary approach and in some ways a more policy-oriented approach also. We had a new generation of people interested in planning and planning studies in the intersection between natural science and social science, particularly in the area of environmental regulation and so on. And we also had a new type of generalists who were working with various aspects of communication and media. And all these programs, I think, over the years have been extremely successful. In terms of research, of course, we mirror also the world we're in, I think, and as a pro-vice chancellor, it's always difficult to say, you know, what are the core aspects of our research, or what is our research profile really. We have research in both social science, humanities, and natural science. And I think if I should just pull out a few examples, we have quite strong research in the area of globalization, both international development and basically changes on the global scene. We have strong research, and you are part of this, I gather, in the area of environmental studies and sustainability, and that has been an interest that has really been part of the university almost since the very beginning. We have a strong interest in governance, in public governance, and in public-private interactions. We have strong research in media and communication, very strong ties. We have a program in journalism that is quite successful. And we also have, and I think this is a new addition, design studies, where people have moved from not just, how can you say, describing the world and seeking various sorts of general solutions, but actually engaging in design from a variety of vantage points. And of course that comes sort of out of the planning tradition at the university. We seek to be a university that collaborates with the world around us, and I think we are often successful, but it's a challenge today in a sense, because we are a small university and there are a process of concentration going on, or centralization going on in the university sector. But we seek to nurture relationships both with the city around us and the region we're in, and with a number of partners on the national and international level. I think Roskilde is a critically engaged university, and that today is also not, it's easy to say, it's quite difficult to do, because if you want to engage with the outside world, of course you can't be a critic from a distance. You have to be part of the ongoing dialogues with various partners, and that changes the nature of criticism from, I guess, something we would say more a traditional thing where you're detached from society. We try very much to be part of society and offer different or challenging perspectives. And having said that, I think that or I hope you will enjoy engaging with the university. Somebody here said that where are all the students? Well, as many of you know, it's much easier if there are no students around. But this actually I think it's a combination of two factors. One is the project-based learning model. So basically each semester starts with a very tight regime of courses and lectures and so on, and then the students move into a project phase where they'll basically be writing on their own and then coming to the university for supervision. And we are now in the project phase, and that is combined with this local warming. I think many of them will say, well, if we're going to do project work, maybe not at the university. There are many other places to write up our projects. So I would go to Copenhagen and look in the cafes and at the beach and so on. But they're hardworking, so they will also be successful. I just want to once again say a warm welcome to all of you, and I hope you'll enjoy your stay here. I don't know if Henrik told you, but tomorrow the minister will be visiting, so if you see a white-haired lady just out here, that's the minister, but I can't promise that she'll intrude into your session. But of course she's welcome, of course. I know she's very welcome, and I'll let her know. So have a nice time here.
Thank you. Peter is sitting in administration, and as he introduced, there will be a lot of things, or there is a lot of things happening in Denmark at the moment in the university sector, so he will leave the room and run back to his office and continue his important work. But thanks for showing up, Peter. We have a few moments for practical information. You have a folder here, we can see the program. I have adjusted small things here and there, but no major issues. We will go on with the work packages this morning. Ida and Nynne sitting just there. They will present after Walter. I found that was more logical, I think. And then work package 2 will be after the coffee break. Erik, so there's a small change there. And I think the rest is pretty much the same. We will not hear about this ESCO project after lunch. I will say a few words about it, but we will enjoy the beautiful weather, and we will have a longer walk in different groups instead of listening to even more information. This is our home for 3 days, this small room. So just, organize yourself. There's water, there's coffee, the computer's up here, and the toilets. Just if you go out the door there, to the right, there's toilets, and if you go to the left, there's toilets in the basement. Plenty of toilets. If you like a piece of chocolate or whatever, the canteen is just opposite this room. There's an ATM just also in the corridor out here. So everything is very easy. I hope that we will have a nice and fruitful meeting from the organizing team, Thijs, Søren and I. Our plan is to cross disciplines as much as possible, so we work together and we help each other in coming up with new ideas. Of course, there will also be practicalities that Christine needs data from Erik or whatever. So all these things will also be part of the project, and that will go on along these days, but especially on Friday. Tonight we will still be in the room. We will probably leave the room 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, because we have arranged a small debate. There will be a farmer coming, and there will be a guy from the Agricultural Association, Landbrug og Fødevare. And they will have 20 minutes presentation, and then all of us will discuss and so on about agriculture, Europe, climate change, and so on. So there'll be a debate, and we'll have the dinner in here, and there'll be wine and so on, so we can have a lively atmosphere, create a lively atmosphere. So I think that's from me. Thijs is our timekeeper, so the people presenting things this morning, look at your watch, keep the time. The idea about the post-its, maybe I should say just a few things about the post-it idea. I know that some of the work package leaders has been struggling with what is he talking about, what is this all about. The idea is that the work package leader will set up 3 post-its on a news wall. We can say this wall here, this is our news wall. So we'll put it up, kind of asking for some good advice or some creativity on solving a problem or whatever. So there will be 3 post-its for each work package. And these post-its will be taking down the news wall this afternoon. And then I have arranged some groups, and then these groups will go down to the news wall. They will pick 2 or 3 of the most exciting post-its, go to another meeting room. Some will also be here, and discuss how can we help this frustrated work package leader with some clever advice. And then in the afternoon we will discuss things and go in dialogue about these 3 important issues in each work package. Very simple, very easy. Okay, Ida Just, you are the coordinator.
I can use the...
Sure. You can, I don't know why it's in the back here. What's this? Like use this is a modern one, huh?
Sorry?
This is not a normal.
Yes, that's a normal one. Okay.
Yes.
This
Looks
is for
very fancy. Yeah?
You can see it's smart agriculture.
I think maybe we should put the coffee on the table.
So, first of all, I would like to thank the colleague from Roskilde University for welcoming us here. I would like to say hello to all the people I did not have the time to say this morning. According to the first words of Henrik that have organized the 3 days, the 2 days and a half, I think it's a very good idea because we have a great challenge in that project, which is an air-run project and not an integrated European project. And the main challenge is to emphasize and to increase to have more interaction than we had for the first part of the project. I think that the main objective we need to have, and then the proposition of Henrik and the team, Tess and Soren. I think Soren could not come at the meeting, unfortunately, if I well understood, right?
He's on leave
Okay.
because he had a accident.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
nothing
So
very
we hope.
serious, but he needs to take a break for a month or two.
Okay. So you will ask for us that all the things, the good things to recover his health. So our project called Climate Cafe for climate change adaptability of cropping and farming system for Europe. So we are at the midterm meeting, and then I would like just to thank the organizers, to thank you for coming. I saw that most of the partners, except one, are represented at the meeting, so it's very good for the efficiency of the meeting. And then I hope we will have a fruitful meeting. It was myself who asked the question to your boss, who are the students, because in the program you indicate first to found the room. You need to ask the students, and then this morning I did not saw any students in the so that was funny. But the weather is perfect. Henrik, the weather is perfect. Because remember that for the first meeting in Toulouse, it was snowing, which is not usual. And when we arrived there yesterday, the weather on the fjord of Roskilde is fantastic.
It's Thijs and I,
So,
and
I don't know
we
if
call
it's-
it like the Mediterranean North.
Yeah. Okay. To be very brief, the objective of the meeting to me is to make a state of the different work packages where we are, enhance interaction between work packages and prepare deliverables, because we have some deliverables to produce, and to organize the future agenda. Just another word on the time schedule of the project. We started officially on the February 15. The kickoff meeting was in Toulouse. We are at the midterm of the project in Roskilde, and we will have to plan a final meeting. So first of all, it's an announcement. If someone or some partner want to make a proposition for welcoming us in the end of 2017, that will be nice. In that case, we can decide during the meeting where we will be in 1 year and a half. So we have also some important deadlines. The first one was the work package review. We did it. We had a midterm report for the FACE GPI, which is the European organization
that manage that core for the RUNet. And then we need to have all the information coming from you to us in the RE4 in order to feed the information on the website of the GPI, Apache GPI, which will not be very easy because it's quite manual. But we will do some template for you in order to have the information, because this is the job of the coordinator. And I am assisted now, and I would like to present you Anthony Vermu, which is there. He was not at the first kickoff meeting, and now I am assisted with Anthony that will help us, and you saw that he did also a job to coordinate to help to coordinate the project. And we will have a final report in February 2018. I know that according to the different country, you have also your deadline for your organization, but this is not of my responsibility. This is your responsibility, because the money, the grants came from our organization, and we are responsible for our national organization. We had some deliverable due to May 2016. So I just want to recall this for different work packages. And we have to mind about the fact that some of them are more or less in a very good way and more or less close, and others we did not, to my knowledge, we did not manage sufficiently with pressure the production of the deliverable. So we need to mind about that and how to organize the work before our summer holidays to be on time. Thank you very much for this very short opening session.
Okay.
Yes?
About the deliverables, what is required? Do we need to send a report of the deliverables to the coordinator, or what is the plan with the deliverables?
We have asked the question to Apache GPI.
Yeah.
Different question, different times, and at the moment we just had this information. But to me, it will be nice if we can coordinate having all the deliverable in our case, in our folder, in order to pull that. And if someone from Apache GPI asks us where you are,
okay,
we can send immediately. And of course, we have a SharePoint, a numerous website that was built by Anthony. So we can put all the document on the SharePoint. If you have any problem, technical problem for attaining the SharePoint, this is the moment for 2 days and a half to ask to Anthony why it doesn't work. Okay? So we have the material to make the disposal.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. That's okay for me.
So Erik will be around for 2.5 days, so there'll be a lot of possibilities to ask him questions and so on.
Perhaps I will not have the answer.
No.
The last thing I want to say is that Anthony will take notes in order to make some minutes.
Thanks.
Perhaps it would be nice to help Anthony and me with the minutes, and perhaps if you can take some notes to complement, that would be a good thing.
Okay.
In particular, we want to have a clear conclusion that are not minutes for all the discussion.
No.
This is not very interesting, but the key conclusion according to the very interesting thing you propose to do some analysis of what is wrong at the moment and how to go further with more success in the interaction.
Maybe, is it possible for maybe the easiest thing is that the web package leaders will send conclusions. I mean, what you think is the conclusions from your work package, you will send it to Anthony. Is that possible? Is it too much work for you? I think, yeah, Erik?
No, basically, I think it could be good that maybe everyone is aware about the outcome of the discussion of the posted questions.
Yes.
I guess these are the key
Yeah,
questions.
that's the key questions. Yes.
Yeah. The last point I want to indicate is that I have asked to Henrik to change something in the program because it will be needed for me to have a governing board meeting, and then we change a little bit the program. So some of you will be free tomorrow at 5 p.m. and others, work package leader, we will have a 1 hour meeting in order to make a synthesis of what we heard during the 2 days and what we have to manage after in the second part of the project. Okay, this is just the change I have asked recently to Henrik, but before we work together and with others.
It's actually in the program also.
Yes, but I just want to emphasize. Yeah, of course. He did with the colleagues a very great job. Thank you.